It's another great weekend. Today is Saturday, man. And if anything looks as great as this, man, I know you're in a great positive vibration. But listen, what I want to talk to you today is about this video. And this video is me giving you some footage, behind the scenes of my actual talk with my high school yesterday. And man, I got to tell y'all, it was a great experience. It was something great to be a part of. And I really had a lot of fun in doing it. But I'm going to show y'all a lot of the great highlights. And y'all let me know what y'all thought. So, of course, if y'all like this information and you want to see more of this, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, like button, all of that stuff. But I'm telling you, if you listen to this message, if you listen to this information that I'm telling you inside of this program, y'all gonna be very, very amazed because, man, this right here was really from the soul. This entire speech was, of course, created and thought about and divulged, but really it came from the heart. And I gave my message and I left those students with pretty much, everything that I could. And I felt drained at the words, but when you actually draining yourself and you doing something that's purposeful, man, you're gonna be willing to give your energy. So listen, y'all, check it out. Let me know what you think about it and let's go. Honestly, I was in y'all seats back in 2008, a very long time ago, but I'm not that old, so don't play me. Don't think I'm on here as an old man. The reason why I wanted to come on here is, again, I remember sitting in y'all seats. I remember having the mindset of being in Mansfield, really not being able to touch or go around and see much. But, my overall idea is I know we in some strange times in this world, and there's not a lot of different things that you can really see and progress in Mansfield. And after talking to a few friends that are still in Mansfield or, maybe around the scene, I said, it's kind of tough that not a lot of people who grew up in Mansfield but who are no longer in Mansfield never come back and talk to the kids. So I said, listen, and not to even call y'all kids, but just students, but just young adults in general, I know how important it is for y'all to get that information. So I want to ask y'all, do y'all want to learn something today that could pretty much put y'all outside of Mansfield or take y'all from where y'all currently are right now and become more successful, all right, in whatever you want to do? Raise your hands. Who's interested in that? Okay. We got one person. We got two. Okay. Who else we got? Come on. I need everybody. Don't be shy. I don't know you, so that's good to hear. So, of course, I'm going to run y'all through a few different principles that I have, some things that I live by, some things that I want y'all to understand and really know in order to prepare you to the next level, right? But I want to ask y'all, what kind of goals do you have? Somebody go ahead and answer me. Let me know what y'all think. What kind of goals y'all got? What we got? Come on.
To be successful.
Okay. So, and of course, to be successful is a great goal. But in order to really see the success, you got to know what the success is. So the one thing that I want to break down to you today is knowing exactly what you want out of life. All right. Because to just say success is not enough, because how our minds work and how, who you physically are, it works in a very particular way. And the only way you can get to success is to define exactly what success looks like to you. So does anybody have in their mind a clear picture of what success looks like to them? When it comes to anything that you want to do in life, this is how the mind works. If you don't see yourself actually in that position, you're never going to get there. See, something that I didn't realize up until I would probably say a few years ago is that how the brain works is that you literally create pictures in your mind. So I want y'all to do something right now. Close your eyes and think about the best restaurant that you've ever been to. Right now, that could be McDonald's, it could be Chipotle, whatever it is. But just imagine what it looks like. Now, open your eyes and then tell me, what did you see? Did you see the actual food? Did you see the restaurant? Did you? Raise your hands. Did y'all see that in your minds? So think about this now. The only possible way that anything on earth gets created is first in the mind. So if you want to see yourself to be successful, You have to literally put yourself in your imagination and in your visualization in order to see that. I want you to realize this. You can now see something and create it in your mind. That means that you are going to place yourself there. So all the other people who have never heard of visualization and manifestation and imagination, you need to start using these key components. Now, before I get in deep into this, I kind of want to, digress a little bit more and tell you exactly who I am. So I grew up in Mansfield, Ohio, as I already said. Back in 2008, I graduated. I actually grew up on Harker and Bowman. Anybody familiar with Harker and Bowman, north side of Mansfield? Okay, cool. So I grew up there right on the corner, right catty corner next to OC Hill. What I want to tell you is this. I didn't grow up in the best conditions, all right? I didn't grow up with, a silver spoon, and that's perfectly fine. If some of you have, that's perfectly fine. And if some of you are struggling financially as, your different parents and different things like that, I want you to know this right now, that does not have to be your future, because it wasn't my future. Most of the individuals that I grew up in Mansfield, they were working at factories, they were working, any in and out jobs that they possibly can. Matter of fact, there are a lot of them, I remember working at StarTech. Is that still there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now, a lot of these different jobs and all these different things, there's nothing wrong with that because they're paying the bills. But I want you to know this, that does not have to be your actual ending. So for me, I grew up and as I said, I didn't have a lot of different things to my disposal to be able to use as resources. But what I always remember doing was seeing what I wanted to become. Now, at the time, I wanted to be a football player. I wanted to do all this because that's what I thought could actually help me to get out of Mansfield. But I want y'all to realize this. Your success, or whatever you honestly see yourself being, you can take that and move that and help yourself get to the next level. Now, I've been able to go to college. I graduated from Eastern Michigan. I graduated with a master's when I was actually inside the Navy. So, after I graduated, I ended up going to the Navy, spending a few years living in Seattle, Washington. Has everybody ever been to Seattle? Anybody ever heard of Seattle? Okay, cool. So, Seattle is a great place. Definitely, I live there. I recommend for y'all to get there if you want to see something different. But after that, I ended up moving here in Southern California. So that's currently where I'm at right now. And as I'm telling you this, is because I was able to use the dreams and the goals to push me in the actual fear of going back to where I was in Mansfield to push me to where I'm at now. Now, as a kid that's growing up in Mansfield, Ohio, on the north side of Mansfield, to currently living in Southern California, that's a big change. Now, I'm not the only person that's been able to do that, but what I'm telling you is this. I didn't allow the physical things around me, the people who are into drugs, the people who are just not wanting to have any goals, keep me on the planes of being in Mansfield. Now, get me here. If you like Mansfield, and that's perfectly fine, you can stay there because that's what you want for your life. But does anybody really want to be able to go to the next level and to live in places like Seattle or see places like Dubai or to be able to live in Southern California? Raise your hand. Who wants that? Who wants that? Okay, I see a few of y'all don't want it, but it's perfectly okay. For the people who want that, I want y'all to grab out a piece of paper right now. I know it's early. It's early. I know it's early. But I want y'all to write this information down because I'm about to get ready to help y'all go to the next level. And again, trust me, remember what I told y'all. I've been in y'all seats before, and I've come to this level. My level of success so far. But I want to teach y'all, and I want to help y'all go to the next level, all right? So I want to ask first off, by a show of hands, who likes school? Yeah, okay, you like school. That's great. Because what I'm telling you right now, you can either use school or, you can pretty much do whatever you want with it. Now, I'm not against school. Like I said, I've been able to graduate and do all of these different things. But right now, I want you to realize your level of success does not depend on your level of academic education, right? But what I want you to know is this, is that knowledge and understanding as far as awareness goes is very important. So what I want you to understand is this. The first thing that you need to do is understand what you want out of your life. Now, as we already know, one student already said he wants to be a basketball player. So again, focus on specifically what you want. If you want to be a basketball player, what position? How many games do you want to play? How many minutes? How many points you want to score a game? You have to write these goals down. So number one, write down desire. And then next to that, write, what do I really want for my life? You wake up in the morning, you are literally living and thriving in something that could prepare you to go to the next level, to live the life that you want. But if you don't know what you want, how can you get there? So what we're gonna do in this class and in this few moments that I'm talking to you is define exactly what you want, all right? So it's really important. This is one of the largest factors that I want you to focus in on. I need you to really understand that whatever you want to do, you have to put it in front of you, all right? Next thing, put a number 2 next to this, all right? It's called close relationships. Now, has anybody ever heard the term birds of a feather flock together? You heard that, right? So look around the 5 closest people that you spend most of your time with. Are those people, do you all act the same? Do you all kind of act the same in y'all kind of got the same behaviors, yes or no?
No.
Some of you do? All right. Well, this is what I want you to realize. Even if you think you don't, you still are. You are only going to have the amount of success that the 5 closest people to you are given to you, all right? Your energy are all one and the same. You think the same, even if you think you don't, you guys do. So having close relationships can either move you forward or step you back. Think about this. If you join a gang or you join a group of individuals at your school who really aren't all about school, who don't want to move forward, who don't want to, get good grades, this is going to stop you, all right? Because now you know you're a part of a group of people who don't want to move forward. But if you were to go get around like-minded individuals who want better for their lives, this can actually help you because now you're all working incongruent with each other, right? Now, some of y'all might be saying, well, what about my parents? What about my sister and brother? I can't get away from them. I'm always around them, but we don't think the same or we're not on the same page. This is what I want you to realize. Nobody that's around you can make you think things that you don't want to think. Y'all understand what I mean by that? Whatever you want to think in your mind, you can literally think. So if you're around a parent and they are not congruent with what your desires or what your goals are, what they think does not have to determine what you think, okay? You can make up your mind to be and to say and do whatever you want. Time with them. A lot of great information, but I could tell it's the end of the day, and y'all seem real excited to go home, right? Am I right or wrong? Yeah, so I love that, man. Hey, you know what I want to tell y'all again is give y'all a little bit of my story, tell you exactly where I'm from and what I've been able to accomplish, and give you some principles that you can really live by and start to understand in order to move forward in your life. Sounds good? Yeah. Cool. So if y'all got any questions, come on. I want y'all to make sure that y'all interact with me. But also at the end of this, I'll probably talk about 20 minutes. And then I want to leave it with some actual time left behind in order to answer any questions y'all got. All right? Cool. So, hey, as Ms. McKenzie just said, I am from Mansfield, Ohio. I was born and raised there. I left in 2008 pretty much to pursue what I wanted to pursue in life. But what I want y'all to know is that I grew up on the north side of Mansfield over on Harker and Bowman. Anybody from that area? Harker and Bowman, north side of Mansfield? Okay, cool. So the thing is that I grew up there and I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth, right? I didn't have a lot of different opportunities. And some of y'all might be in that same situation right now, right? You might be in a situation that's favorable and you might be in a situation that's not. But if you listen today, you take down what I'm telling you, I'm going to help you to be able to get to your goals or at least get on the right path. Sounds good? Cool. So, as I said, I grew up, born and raised in Mansfield, Ohio. Mother, she had 5 different kids. What I did is when I left Mansfield, I went to college. Anybody here want to go to college? And that's fine if you don't, because, the world is totally different. You can be successful without college. But I went to college. I ended up going to school, graduating, moving down to Columbus, working for a few years, and then actually going to the Navy. Anybody ever thought about joining the military? No? That's perfectly fine as well. One person in the back, that's cool.
So I ended up doing that for 5 years. I've been all over the world, been to Dubai, been to India, been to Hawaii numerous times. I've been everywhere. So I want to let y'all know is this. I've been able to accomplish a level of success in my life that where I'm like, yo, I got to get this information back to the students in Mansfield, because I've talked to a few of my family members and I talked to a few of my friends that still live there, and they're like, yo, you got to bring some inspiration, man. And that's what I'm here for today. So let me know, is anybody ready to go to the next level? Raise your hand. Who has goals in here? Raise your hands. Anybody got goals? Don't get quiet on me now. I know y'all ready to go home. Good. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to help you be very specific with your goals and set out the plan and the path for you to be able to get to your goals, all right? So what? You need to write this down. Number 3, it is thinking big. Thinking big. Thinking big. Visualization as well. Now, when it comes to thinking big, I realize that you're in Mansfield, and there may not be a lot of resources that can help you get to the next level, right? There's not a lot of people who may be there to help you to get to the next level. But this is what you have to understand. If you only use your eyes, your hands, your mouth, and to only be able to physically touch the things that are around you, you're not going to get far. This is what you have to do. In your mind, you have to picture and visualize exactly what you want out of your life in order to become that person. Do y'all follow me here? Has anybody ever heard of the term imagination? All right. Okay, we got a few people. Has anybody ever heard of Walt Disney? There we go. Who's that in the back that raised their hand like that? So anyway, Walt Disney, right, has touched billions of lives. We all agree with that? And plenty more billions of lives that's going to happen even after us. The thing that Walt Disney said is this: your imagination is just a preview to your coming attraction. Get me here. We're talking about Walt Disney now. He said that what you imagine in your mind is only what is to come. So if you're imagining bad things, those things will come. If you're imagining the positive outlook on your life that you just wrote down, it's going to come. Now, this is how you actually make these things to become physical and happen in your real life. As you imagine, you have to start to feel, right? You have to see yourself being the person that you want to become. So I want to ask, who has a goal in here? Who would like to actually share? Go ahead, my man in the front right here with the mask on. Here we go, Kyle.
NFL player.
Hey, that's great. Let's give it up for Kyle. Hey, everybody clap it up for Kyle. Kyle, you see everybody just clap for you, right? Understand you may not always have that support, but this is what I want you to know. You need to see yourself becoming the actual player that you want to become. I mean, you can get even detailed to the number, what you're going to look like, how big you're going to be, how fast you're going to be. You have to see yourself becoming that person. And I want to tell you this, no matter what the odds are of you becoming that player, you can become it if you never quit. You constantly see your goal every day, all right? Now, this is what I need for everybody. Good job. So this is what I need for everybody to do, right? The goal that you wrote down, I need you to wake up and read that goal. Feel it and imagine yourself being that goal for just 5 to 10 minutes, as much time as you got. I know a lot of y'all wake up for school late anyway, so while you're on the bus, getting there, you walking there, imagine yourself, all right? But anyway, you need to imagine yourself day and night. When you wake up, don't check for your tweets. Don't check to see what's the tea. Don't hop on the shade room. Hop on your goals and see what's going on in order for you to manifest this in your lifetime, right? Day and night. I need you guys to see this. Now, as I said, thinking big is very, very important. As I said, I didn't come from a lot. I would say I grew up below poverty. But this is the thing. I imagine and I see myself being in the position that I wanted to be in. And now I'm living the life that I want. But yet, I still have more goals, so I'm still imagining. So it never stops. I need you guys to dedicate the next however many days it takes until you accomplish your goal to looking at your desires every single day. Can y'all do that for me? Can y'all agree on that? I love it. I love it. All right, so the next one is actually setting goals. So as we know, anything worth having in this life is worth working for. You have to push hard. You can never give up. And the only reason why I tell you this is because I've given up on a lot of things in my life now. And I look back at those things that I've given up on and said, if I would have just worked harder, if I had the persistence to keep going, who knows where I would have been. Now, the thing is this. We can stop things that may not necessarily be for us, but this is the thing I want you to realize. If the desire and the goal that you wrote down is worth it, you have to literally get rich or die trying. Now, I asked the last class, y'all know who 50 Cent is? All right, cool. They made me seem like I was old, so I guess I ain't old to y'all. So, nah, no we not. So, what I'm saying is this. 50 Cent had a mantra that he was literally going to get rich or die trying. For you, it has to be your desire or die trying. You cannot give up. You cannot ever give up, because if you give up, you're giving up on the goals and the dreams that you know are going to push you forward. Does anybody feel me on that? Do not stop. Do never give up on trying to get to your goals until you've actually accomplished them. All right? Gotta live and die by this actual principle. Now, the last one is faith. Okay, you gotta have faith. And the only reason I tell you is that you can have all the desire in the world. You can know exactly what you want. You could be around the best friends, be a part of great masterminds. You can have all your goals set up, and you could be working hard. But if you don't have the faith, it won't happen. If you don't have the faith, it will not happen for you. Now, what I'm telling you is this. You can believe in what you want to believe in, but you need to believe in something that can wield you to believe in yourself more than what other individuals around you really believe. So if you believe in yourself and you believe in a higher power than what you have currently in front of you, you can make anything happen. It can happen for you. But you have to use these actual principles that I'm telling you today, use them in conjunction together. But one thing is this: what you consume is what you become. Your results are dictated by what you think on a given basis. So you need to consume your mind with positive, influential affirmations that's going to move you forward, all right? Now, I'm done here. I don't really have much to say other than what I've already told you, because I know a lot of y'all like, man, I'm ready for class to be over. How much time I got? But what I want you to know is this. If you take down what I just said and you move forward and you continue to build your knowledge, not academically, but knowledge on how the mind works and how to actually achieve goals, I guarantee you that it will happen for you, right? So, again, my name is Terrence. If you guys need anything from me, your teacher has my information. Let me know. What questions do y'all have right now? There we go.
What was your desire?
So, are you talking about when I was in high school?
Mm-hmm.
So I actually had the desire to be an NFL player. You know, that's what I wanted to be. That's what I seen myself becoming. But this is what happened. I failed. Why did I fail? Because I quit. Why did I quit? Because I wasn't persistent in my goal. You know, and what ultimately happened is this. I quit on that idea, but I never quit on my life. I continue to set other goals that I knew that I wanted for my life, and I've accomplished those goals. So right now, I'm an accountant down here in Southern California. I have a family. I live in a beautiful home. You know, I do what I want to do on a given basis because I've accomplished things that I wanted to accomplish for me and myself. But I'm also an entrepreneur to add additional, you know, income to my family and my life. But what I'm telling you is this: don't quit on your goals if that's truly what you want out of your life. Make sense? Cool. Any other questions? I know we got some more questions now. Don't be shy.
Tyler has a question. So what happens if you try so much that eventually you just can't get it?
Say it again.
What happens if you're trying really hard but you still can't get it?
Great question. So think about this. Um, we all have electricity in our homes, right? We all have electricity in our school. Like the lights are clearly on in your classroom. The person that invented electricity was Edison. Edison failed and tried to make the light bulb over 1,000 times. Before you say that you've tried and you've tried, have you tried it over 1,000 times? Ask yourself that. Whenever you come towards something and you constantly keep failing and it's not working for you, or it's just not happened yet, you have to remember to never quit and to always be persistent. Just think about that. The man that has been able to illuminate the entire world tried 1,000 times before he quit, before he gave up, until he actually got it. So what can you do if you tried 1,000 times before giving up? You could literally change the world, right? Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
What else we got? Don't be scared. I know y'all shy.
What was one of the hardest lessons you had to learn while transitioning in high school and outside of high school? What was one of the things you had to learn?
I would say being independent. You know, when you leave home, you have to gain a certain independence for yourself. Of course, when you're in high school, you have a structure. Some of us may have family members, some of us may not, that has a structured environment. But when you get out of high school and you're at a certain age, you have to depend on yourself. So some of us may not be able to wake up on our own right now because we have someone else waking us up. That level of dependence is all about you. So the hardest thing for me to actually transition into was learning how to become an independent man on my own, until I eventually had a family, and then my wife took over some of that struggle for me. Let's go. Any more questions?
What else you guys got? Yeah. What if you're not suitable for Did you hear that one, Terrence?
I didn't.
What if you're not suitable for your goal?
If you're not suitable for your goal, this is what I'll tell you right now. If you have the idea that you want to become what you want to become, it's suitable for you. But this is the thing. If you see something that requires you to gain a certain amount of knowledge, then you have to go out and learn it to become suitable for it. But I want you to know this. You were made in this earth and in this position as a human being on this earth. Whatever you imagine in your mind, you can become. Because we have some of the fastest devices, some of the fastest ships, some of the biggest things, technology is blowing us away right now. What you have to realize is that they probably weren't suitable to create that invention until they learned and got the actual experience from other people. So right now, if you feel like you are not suitable for your goal, it's only because you have to learn and research and develop. But if you've already seen it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. Does that help you?
Yeah.
Cool. What we got? Come on. I know y'all got something.
What's one thing that you wish you would have done in high school differently?
That's a great question. Honestly, I wouldn't change anything. And I don't regret anything. And to do something different would mean to change up my entire life as it is right now. Everything that I did in high school was for a reason. If I could give you advice on what I could have did more of, I would say it would be reading. It would be more reading and more research to develop my mind and who I wanted to become. That's what I would have did, because I tell you, I had my goals a lot earlier, but again, it's not about getting things in a rush. We live in a generation right now where we want things immediately. But a lot of times it takes time in order for us to develop, in order to deserve what we actually want. That help you out?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Hey, let me know. Did anybody learn anything today? Let me get a hand clap. Y'all learn anything? Cool. All right. Well, y'all have a good one, and thank you so much. Take care.